The call to serve has no sound, yet we hear it. The call to serve has no form, yet we see it. The call to serve has no weight, yet we feel it. The call to serve is invisible, yet we choose to answer it. For us, the men of the Indian Navy, the lure of the sea and its call to arms embodies the core values of patriotism and loyalty, resolve and fighting spirit, integrity and honesty, duty and commitment, and above all, example. Inspiration from India's ancient maritime history and the heroic sagas of great Indian admirals like Kunyali Marakkar of Kerala and Kanhoji Angre of Maharashtra translated into our journey, the journey of the Indian fleet, which began in the year 1950. This journey encompasses the birth and life of the sword arm of the Indian Navy, the Western Fleet, the guardians of our western seaboard. India's coastline stretches over 7,500 kilometers, which, while making us the largest player in the Indian Ocean region, also makes us an extremely vulnerable state. But the Western Fleet, ever vigilant, tirelessly ensures that each citizen can stand safe and pump his chest with pride as he watches the waves break on the coastline of this proud nation of ours. As India takes long strides towards economic growth, the Western Fleet ensures that each step is taken with safety, surety, and supreme confidence. Approximately 70% of India's economy is by way of the western coast, through which more than $260 billion worth of oil passes through the Indian Ocean. India has over 2.5 million square kilometers of sea under its exclusive economic zone, which is almost two-thirds the size of India's land. Thus, India has the most assertive claim to maritime dominance in the Indian Ocean region. Ours is not just a story of a man and a machine, but a story where a man and his machine are one. Our warships, submarines, helicopters, and fighter aircrafts represent danger, speed, singular focus, confidence, mechanics, reach, and sheer physical strength. Each operational year brings forth its own set of challenges for the Western Fleet. The year 2013-14 was a period of achievement, accomplishment, professional satisfaction, and triumph. It is said that regardless of how high you rise to the occasion, you always fall back on your level of training. The pre-campaign season begins with the fleet ships being worked up by the teams who function under the aegis of the Flag Officer Sea Training based at Kochi. Here, the ship as a team is put through the rigors of operational stresses and requirements so as to bring the men and their machinery to peak fighting efficiency that is expected of every ship of the sword arm. Throughout the year and round the clock, a high operational tempo is maintained so that the Western Fleet exemplifies its mission statement of aiming to win convincingly in conflict, deter aggression from a position of strength, and striving to maintain our freedom to use the sea. To project a show of strength and power, the Western Fleet regularly exercises its men, weapons, and ships at sea. The most notable of these having been the Defense of Gujarat Area exercise, the theatre-level operational exercise Tropex over the southern Indian Ocean region, and the Fleet Operational Readiness Inspection overseen by the Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Western Naval Command. The intimate relationship between the sky and the sea has always been appreciated by those who sought to master the waves. Over the years, and given its unquestionable tactical reach and advantage, the aviation arm of the Western Fleet has become an inseparable and critical part of the Navy. On 8th February 2014, we saw history in the making, with India adding the 44,500-ton INS Vikramaditya to its arsenal, wherein one of our Black Panthers landed a MiG-29K on the carrier's deck, making it a proud moment for every Indian. Fleet ships traversed as far as 70 degrees north in Arctic conditions to escort back this potent platform of ours and bolster our reach and capability across the IOR. The MiG-29K is a state-of-art all-weather carrier-based air dominance fighter that has transformed Indian naval aviation into an offensive battlespace player. At sea, the Western Fleet is the dominant giant with the hawk's eye. Our presence instills confidence in the merchant ships that carry not just goods worth thousands of crores of rupees, but also the world's economy, the country's stability, and India's growth. However, increased requirements in recent times to address low-intensity and asymmetric threats from non-state players have increased the tempo of anti-piracy operations in the Gulf of Aden and patrols in the exclusive economic zone of Mauritius, Maldives, and Seychelles. To enhance mutual cooperation and interoperability, the Western Fleet constantly undertakes bilateral exercises with a number of friendly foreign navies. As deployed instruments of India's foreign policy, this year nominated fleet units went to Kuwait, Muscat, Doha, and Dubai. The fleet also exercised with the navies of France, Kuwait, Qatar, South Korea, Sri Lanka, UAE, and the UK. At the foreign port of calls, we showcased our naval capabilities, bonded with people of Indian origin, our foreign friends and their maritime forces, where we made friendships that we hope will last a lifetime. We know that we are a part of the larger force that protects this mighty nation. Therefore, the fleet has been constantly forging alliances with its sister services and regularly exercises with the Army and Air Force, thus creating a deeper bond of understanding and camaraderie. The sea is our land and the ships our home. And what a wonderful home it is. Apart from housing state-of-the-art weapons, systems, and technology, all ships are also equipped with gyms, libraries, and other facilities to be used while at sea. In addition to the facilities on board, the Western Fleet has a fleet sports and training complex which boasts of a state-of-the-art gymnasium, pool tables, and basketball courts. Adventure activities is another area of focus, and personnel from fleet ships are deputed regularly to various organized camps so as to keep the spirit of adventure and exploration alive. The Navy aims to supplement a healthy mind with a healthy body, which is provided for by our cooks and galley staff who provide for nutritious and wholesome meals so as to allow the men to maintain a high state of physical fitness and mental alertness. As important as it is for us to keep the enemy at bay, it is a matter of pride and satisfaction for any ship to win the much coveted cock at the fleet regatta. Each new year brings out the competitive spirit of the fleet, with each ship fighting for its pride. The stakes are high, and this is the fight to prove not just our mettle, but more importantly, to earn boasting rights for an entire year as the cock ship. The regatta sets the pace for the year's sports calendar, where the fleet ships contest passionately for every trophy and every competition. The Navy has its own set of fun, games, and passed down traditions, one of which is crossing the line of the equator. It is believed that Lord Varuna, the Lord of the Oceans, resides at the equator. The captain of the ship hands over the reins of his command to the sea god, whose darbar lords over the ship's proceedings. Defaulters are suitably punished by his court of law, and efforts made to render the day's proceedings to just pure and simple fun. We battle the torrent seas with supreme confidence, knowing very well that the family, that is the Indian Navy, will care for our families left behind at home. Any situation arising at home will be taken care of by the very efficient fleet wives. The Naval Wives Welfare Association follows an open-door policy for active participation by members at any stage in any of its programs. It encourages women empowerment, community support, education, health, social welfare, and provides for peace of mind for our men out at sea. With a hope to inspire the young to continue our romance with the sea, the Western Fleet doubles up as a bright and exciting educational platform for school children, cadets, and inspired youth from the National Cadet Corps. The ships have hosted a number of families and children from schools and nationalized training corps at various ports of call. The fleet has always represented both continuity and change. As the year comes to an end, and with the induction of the Talwar and Delhi-class follow-on ships, the aircraft carrier Vikramaditya and the indigenous Vikrant, naval OPVs and ASW corvettes, one can only look forward with eager anticipation to the exciting times that lie ahead. Ours is a life full of adventure, challenges, purpose, and respect. We stand tall in the endless sky. We stand brave in the vastness of the ocean and stare fearlessly into the depths of the sea.